Skinwalker on the res, the night I almost didn't make it. Hey everyone, I'm Emily, and I live on the Navajo Nation. My whole life, my family has told me stories about the Naaldlooshii, the Skinwalkers. They'd say, don't be out alone at night, or never whistle in the dark. I always thought it was just to scare us kids, you know? Until one night it wasn't a story anymore. It was a Friday, and I was driving back from my friend Sarah's place in Tuba City. We'd been hanging out, watching movies, and catching up. It was already pretty late when I left, and I was kind of tired. Instead of taking the main road, I decided to cut through this old dirt road that winds through the desert. It was a shortcut I'd taken a few times before, and it always saved me a good 20 minutes. But that night, I guess I should have just stuck to the highway. The moon was huge and bright, casting this eerie glow over everything. The desert was quiet, except for the sound of my old truck rumbling along. Then, all of a sudden, the engine sputtered, coughed, and died. Just like that. I was stranded, miles from anywhere, with nothing but the moon and the silence for company. I tried to start the truck again, but it was no use. I cursed under my breath and fumbled for my phone. No signal, of course, just my luck. I was starting to get that panicky feeling in my gut, the one you get when you realize you're truly alone and in trouble. That's when I saw them. Two glowing eyes peering at me from the darkness beyond the road. They were like embers, burning in the shadows. My heart started pounding so hard, I thought it might burst out of my chest. I couldn't move, couldn't even breathe. The eyes blinked, then vanished. I tried the truck one more time. Nothing. I knew I couldn't just stay there, so I grabbed my flashlight and started walking towards the main road. Every shadow, every rustle of the wind made me jump. I kept looking over my shoulder, half expecting to see those eyes again. And then I did see something. A figure, far off in the distance, but moving fast. It wasn't walking or running, it was more like gliding. It was too far to make out any details, but I knew deep down that it was a skinwalker. I didn't even think. I just started running. My lungs burned, my legs ached, but I kept going. I could hear it behind me, its breath ragged and unnatural. The air felt heavy, like it was pressing down on me, making it harder and harder to run. I stumbled over a rock, and that was it. I went sprawling, the wind knocked out of me. I looked up, and the skinwalker was right there, towering over me. Its eyes burned with this evil light, and I could feel its presence, like a cold, suffocating darkness. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I closed my eyes, waiting for the end. But then I heard the rumble of an engine. A pickup truck came barreling down the road, its headlights cutting through the night. The skinwalker let out this horrible hiss and vanished into thin air. The truck screeched to a halt beside me, and an older Navajo man got out. He didn't say anything, just helped me up and into his truck. I could see the concern in his eyes, and I knew he understood. He drove me all the way back to my family's place. I didn't sleep that night, just kept replaying everything in my head. The next morning, my grandpa told me I was lucky. He said the skinwalker was probably toying with me, that it could have taken me if it wanted to. I've never taken that shortcut again, and I never will. I know now that the stories are true. Skinwalkers are real, and they're out there. So be careful, my friends. Don't be out alone at night, and never underestimate the power of the old ways.